Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain the same chapter of civics, institutional representation of democracy. Children, in the last topic, in the last day, I explained about the democracy, types of government, and political party is the essential tool of democracy. So, how can we express what is a political party? Political party consists of group of citizens of same ideology, aim to contesting election and form the government. Means to say, political party is a voluntary organization in which the people of the same ideology join together, they contest election, and their aim was their aim is to contesting election and to win the election. After winning the election, they want to form the government. If they are unable to form the government, they take the part of opposition and they take out the mistakes of the government policy, shortcomings of the government policies, and aware the people about it. So there is a great importance of opposition party in a democracy. Now, children, I want to tell you about the features of democracy. Features of political party. They are the main features. 1, 2, 3. Voluntary association. Voluntary association means the aim of political party is not to gain money. The aim of political party is to serve the country. Without gaining money. It is called voluntary organization. So political party is a voluntary association. Second one, believes in constitutional needs. The members of the political party always believe in the constitution. They do the work, they raise the voice of the people according to the rules and regulations given in our constitution. They don't want to raise the public issues. In the form which are not given in the constitution, like they don't follow violence, they don't follow revolution, they follow constitutional measures, democratic measures to fulfill the needs of the public by rules and regulations given in the constitution. Next one is internal elections regularly. In political parties, there are internal elections in which the main leaders of political parties are elected. The top leaders of political parties, like the president, vice president, the district president, in Hindi we can say Koshadhyaksh, Jiladhyaksh. So many posts are given to the party members in their own party, and these should be given by the election process, not by one leader. If the main leader, top leader has said that he should be the judge, this person, I appoint this person as the this, or he himself appoint himself the head of the party. This is not the rules and regulations of the parties. There should be internal election in the political parties, and political parties and the members of political parties cast their vote for the main leaders of political party. Now the functions of political party. What are the main functions of political party? And I have told you, elections. Contesting election. Political party contest election and want to form the government. Second function, form the government or sit in opposition. If the numbers of the political party's winner are not so that they can form the government, then they take the part of opposition. And as I have told you that there is a very important part of opposition in a democracy. Opposition find out the mistakes of the government, mistakes in the policies of the government, negative points of the policies of the government, and they aware people about these mistakes. Link between government and public. It is seen that a general public, that I myself or other general people cannot say their views to Prime Minister directly or the Chief Minister directly. But we can easily approach to our local leader. We can easily approach to our local leader. Generally, he or she is available all the time. We, the people, can say our things to our local leader, and local leader has the power to say our voice to the Prime Minister or Chief Minister, or the higher government authorities, to which we cannot reach easily, but our political leaders can reach easily. So, they are the link between government and public. Now, party system. Party system means how many political parties are allowed in a country. Different countries have different party system. Single party system. Single party system or one party system like Nazi party of Hitler, Mussolini's fascist party or communist party in China. Nowadays we are very familiar with the Communist Party of China. You know what is Communist Party of China? In China, only one party is allowed to function. No other party can contest the election. There may be small parties, but they have to participate in the election under the main political party. So, like Chinese Communist Party in China, this type of system is known as single party system. Merits and demerits of single party system. Merit, quick decision. No delay. This party leader worked as a dictator. So quickly he takes the decision and implement it. Quick decision and stability. Because no other party is contesting election, no other party is there. So government is always stable. Government takes various steps, different policies which take to fulfill many times or more time. This type of decisions are taken easily in a single party form of the government. Because there is no fear to lose the election. Always they win the election. So, stability. And it is seen that there is a quick development in these type of countries where single party system is followed. Demerits. Dictatorship. In this type of the government, where one party is contesting the election, it leads to dictatorship. The ruler is ruling just like a dictator because no fear to lose the election. Second, no fundamental rights. No fundamental rights are given to the people of the country. So what we can say that this type of system is good or not? It is good for economic development of a country, but not good for overall development of the people. The second party system is two-party system. two-party system where only two parties are allowed to function. This party system is followed in Britain and in USA. Two main parties. This I am telling you about the main parties. Labour Party and Conservative Party. In Britain, only two parties are allowed to function, Labour Party and Conservative parties. So there is a competition among these parties in all the elections. And in USA, Republican Party and Democratic Party. In this way, only two parties are allowed to function in USA also. No other parties are allowed to function. If there are some other parties, they merge either of the party. Now we come to the point about the merits and demerits. Merits of two-party functions: stable government, the government in this two-party system is always stable because there is no chance to fall down the government. People have one choice. If the party of the present ruling party is not working according to the wish of the people, then people can change the party in the next election. People have one choice. Demerits: only one choice. If both the parties are not doing the work according to the wishes of the public, then public has no choice. Public have to accept any one party. Second thing, may became the dictator. The ruling party may become the dictator because there is very less chance to fall the ruling party in between the election term. there are less chances of midterm election, so there are less chances to fall the ruling party. So ruling party may work as a dictator. The next system is multi-party. More than two parties are allowed. More than two parties are allowed to function. This system is followed in India, Switzerland, France, Italy. We can give the example of India. More than 700 parties. More than 700 parties are registered in the Election Commission. They are allowed to function. Now come to the merits and demerits. Many choice. People have many choice. If one party is not doing the work according to the wish of the people can change the party. Another party is also not doing the work according to the people can change that party also. If that party is not doing the work according to the wish of the people can change that party also. People have too many choice. This is the main merit of multi-party system. And it is the main principle of democracy. It is the main principle of democracy. Demerits. Delay. Unstable government. You must oppose. Delay. And too much oppose like this. If government make a policy, then opposition parties oppose that policies. They find out the negative points of the policy and oppose. Government change in its policy, then again negative points are found out. So it takes too much time to implement the government policy. Second thing, unstable government. If government is not of the single party, then it is unstable. If two or more parties may join together and form the government, this type of government is known as coalition government, and coalition government is always unstable. Any coalition member can leave the coalition and the government can be formed. Government can fall. So this type of government is always unstable. It is the demerit of multi-party system. Now at last, we come to the coalition government. In our constitution, it is given that the government should always be in majority in the Lok Sabha. Means more than 50% of the members of the government should always more than 50% members of the Lok Sabha should always support the government. Otherwise, the government will fall. But if no single party having the clear majority, means if no single party have the winner members, more than 50% of the strength of Lok Sabha, then how the government can form? In this situation, two or more parties may join together in a single agenda and form the government. This type of government is known as coalition government. If no single party is able to form the government, then two or more parties may join together and form the government. This type of government is known as coalition government. In India, we see different coalition government. NDA, the former government of BJP and its alliance, whose Prime Minister was Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. NDA, UPA, UPA, in which Congress party was the single majority party and other smaller parties joined the Congress, and their leader was Manmohan Singh. He was the Prime Minister of UPA government, United Progressive Alliance. This government is always unstable. This government cannot take a strong decision because always they are criticized by their own alliance. And if any alliance any one or two alliance or disagree with the policy of the government, they do not give support to the government, and the members of the government are always will be on the members of the government will be less than 50% of the strength of Lok Sabha, then government will fall. This type of government cannot take strong decisions. But there are some merits also. No single party can do its work independently. Government have to follow the suggestions of other alliance parties. There is less role of opposition. And this is the spirit of democracy, that all the people, all the parties should have chance to form the government or to sit in the opposition. So this is the spirit of democracy. In India, it is multi-party system, and we saw different types of government. Single party government. Initially, single party government of Indian National Congress ruled about 50 years. Then the government of alliance ruled in the country, and after many years we saw the single party government of BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. His leader is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we are seeing that he is taking strong decisions, because his party having the majority in the Lok Sabha, no fear of the downfall. So children, in this way, we can understand about the democracy and the party system, and in this way we can understand all country's system and our country party system, and we can understand democracy. Thank you.